Continuing on with the Jetpack setup, here there will be a button here where you need to press and it'll connect you to WordPress.com. I've already done that, so I can just show you what's in here. One thing that I like is the subscription option, which I'm going to go over in a little bit more detail. Basically, it allows users to subscribe to your posts and comments and receive notifications via email. This is where it's implemented under the widgets, which is under your appearance here on the left hand side. You have different widget areas. This theme has two that it comes with: standard, the primary, and the secondary. Depending on the theme, it will show up in different places. This one shows up on the left. This is the primary. This is the secondary on the right hand side. What you can do is add different widgets. Widgets are different little pieces of code that add functionality. So recent posts is an example of a widget. All you need to do is add it from here and it will automatically display your recent posts. So it makes it very simple. I did that with blog subscriptions. I already added that here. So now you can subscribe your email to subscribe to this blog, and you just put your email in and subscribe, and it takes care of all the heavy lifting. It's very simple. You can delete these, you can remove them. If you want to delete the archives, you just delete and it's gone. And anytime you want to add one, you just add it in by clicking on it, choose which widget bar you want it on, and click Add Widget, and it will add it in there. Now, you're going to, after you set up that basic stuff, you're going to want to start creating content. Until you start creating content, you're not going to receive any traffic. Nobody's going to visit, and there has to be enough content built up. You're probably not going to see any results in terms of traffic for at least probably a few months. That's just what it takes. And the reason for that is because Google wants to see, number one, if you're a serious website. If you just write one post, well, then they're not going to ever link to you, because basically you're just not showing the commitment, and they want to link to high quality sites. So I just created this short post. This is basically just a copy and paste of this information here. And so you'll have this access if you want to go to AdSense 100K. You can look at this there. A couple things to note on the categories: you always want to choose a category. I just put niche for what niche to choose, and all you need to add new categories is just click Add New and then select what it is. I would recommend not putting a ton of categories. I would try to keep it somewhat limited, maybe to 10. Or, I mean, you can go bigger, there's no rule, but 10 to 20, it's just going to keep you more organized on what you're writing about. But that's not a must rule. You can break that rule and that won't be an issue. One other thing I did was I chose a featured image. You always want to choose a featured image. You could, if you remember, there was a big blank space here with it looked like a picture, but there was nothing in it. That's what it looks like if you don't put in a featured image. There are this post options. This looks like this is a theme post option. This is not a standard, so it'll depend on what kind of theme you have. Different themes have different options after here. Then different themes have different types of formats that you can post. Just leave it at standard. That's fine. One thing that you can do is publish immediately, or you can schedule it for the future. So if you want to schedule it for tomorrow, or if you want to write 5 posts today and schedule them out over the next week or two, you can schedule them out so they're not all published immediately, and that way your site is continually updated. Now, if you want to publicize what this is, if you connect your Facebook account or your Facebook page that you're creating for it, then every time that you post a new post, it will automatically post it on your Facebook page. That can be good for connecting, and it'll save you the time of doing that. So I'm just going to save draft, and I'm going to preview it to see what this looks like. So Yeah, that looks fine. And again, this is not the type of post that you will want to write. You'll want to write a real in-depth post, um, but this is just for demonstration. So I'm going to publish this, and so it should be on the website now. So I'm going to go to the main page. Now you can see that this is what your featured image is. So this is the image we chose, and this is where it shows up on your front page, and often it will show up on this page too. Depending on the theme, some themes have it at the top here, some don't. This one obviously doesn't. So those are the steps to creating the new site. And your next thing that you're going to want to do is be able to just create a lot of content.